It's a Manchu. Welcome to Minecraft Bedrock vs. Java, where I play through both versions of the game and compare them. I've taken a little time off from making videos, not from playing Minecraft, but from making videos, because I know that very soon there's going to be an update to Minecraft, the 1.19 Wild update. And it's going to introduce some new biomes and some new mobs as well that occur in those different new biomes. But areas of the world that I've already loaded in are just what they are. They're not going to change. To find those new biomes, I have to either go into using an editing tool to delete a bunch of chunks that I've already explored, or just not mess around with editing tools, which I prefer not to, and travel far away to areas I haven't yet explored. I think that's what I'd prefer to do, but it would help a lot if I did a little preparation before the update comes out. And you can see behind me, I have my map wall that shows areas that I have explored. Each of those maps is a 1024 by 1024 map, so it's 1,000 blocks square, essentially. And my home base is here at the Woodland Mansion. In the Java Edition world, it's here, so it's essentially on the same map. And in both worlds, I've explored to the south quite a ways, pretty far to the east as well, and in the Java Edition I explored pretty far to the west. I haven't explored north very far in either world. So what I think I'm going to do is make a shortcut through the Nether, 1,000 blocks through the Nether to the north, and that'll put me 8,000 blocks away from my starting point, which will be into territory I haven't explored yet, so chunks that have not yet been loaded, so I might find some of the new biomes there to explore. But I'm not just going to make a road. Oh no, I'm going to do something better than that. Let me show you what I've done so far. This might look a little different from where I came into the Nether in the past. Yeah, it is a bit different. It's something I talked about doing a while ago, that someday I'd like to make a Nether hub. Well, guess what? I made a Nether hub. And it's right here. I have a bunch of portals that lead to different locations that I've already explored, that lead to my mob farm, that lead to my blaze farm, to the stronghold, to world spawn, all those different places. And I've connected them with roads made of blue ice, which allows me to cover the distance very quickly. So if I use a boat on this blue ice, I'll travel super fast. And just like that, I'm at the portal that leads to the stronghold. I've also decorated this stuff in a way that makes it easy, at least for me, to tell what is in every direction, what these portals are for. This clearly, based on the endstone and based on the chorus plant here, this is the portal to the stronghold that leads to the end. And if I can turn this boat around, there's a path off to the side. There was a brief pause in which I wasn't speeding along from into there, because I have a section here that's not blue ice, but is actually smooth stone. So the boat will slow down here and I can make a left turn and go over this way. Turns out it's actually not that far, but this is where the fortress in the Nether is, that has the blaze spawner that I made the blaze farm out of. And I think based on the decorations, it's kind of easy to see what's out in these directions. And you can probably tell from looking at this what's off in this direction. World spawn, and my iron farm and general mob farm is out this way. I travel out this way really, really fast. And oh, I travel right past it. That's world spawn. And off this way is the iron farm and general purpose mob farm. I have a little iron golem here. So I think that decoration makes it kind of obvious what's in every direction. But I have blue ice You could use packed ice as well. It wouldn't be quite as fast moving the boat along, but it's still pretty quick. And of course, packed ice is easier to get than blue ice. I have buttons on top of this to spawn-proof the blue ice. I don't know how necessary that is, but... and I have glass panes along the side as kind of rails to keep the boat in place. Over here I have this door, and that leads to a really long tunnel leading north, 1,000 blocks. I'm going to expand this ice road, actually out in this direction, to lead to where I'm ultimately going to start exploring new wild update terrain. So I'm going to make a 1,000 block long tunnel going out in that direction. That's going to be considerably longer than these other roads so far. Incidentally, in the process of making these roads, I had to blast out a large area of the Nether, and as you can see from my coordinates, I'm down low in the Nether. And I found a lot of ancient debris. As you can see, I now have 13 extra netherite ingots. So that's pretty good. But I got a bunch of TNT here that I can use to blast a path. Probably find even more ancient debris in the process. Well, I guess I better get started with it. I'm going to place these every 5 blocks. Every 5 blocks. I'm sure this is safe distance. Hit it! In the process of blasting this stuff out, I'm going to find a few lava sources here and there. And when I get into doing this in Java Edition, I haven't started in Java Edition yet, but when I get into doing it, I can show how much more lava there is in Java Edition. It's a definite difference between the two versions, and it's going to be a serious obstacle for me in doing this in Java Edition. Alright, the demolition part is done. And I've made myself a nice tunnel here. Blasting away. It takes quite a while to travel from one end to the other. At least this way. It'll take a lot fewer rockets and be probably faster once I get a blue ice boat road out this way. Also less dangerous. And I just need to quickly gather a few materials and then I can get started with building that road, 1,000 blocks. Now, spend some time gathering resources. I have a bunch of smooth stone, which I hope will be enough for the 1,000 block road. And some glass, some oak logs. I'm going to turn those into wooden buttons to spawn-proof the top. And then a bunch of blue ice. Also, some potions of fire resistance would be nice, just in case. Let's clear this area out. Okay, so the important part about this design I got to pay attention to is I have blue ice here. I'm going to have a row of blue ice for the ice boat to go on. And I'm using bottom half slabs here for all the exposed surfaces, so everything is spawn-proof. That's the idea. That's why I have these slabs lower the spot where the blue ice is on. So it's this pattern here. And again, bottom half slabs for these surfaces here. And I have glass panes here that kind of contains the boat so it doesn't get off of the blue ice. The rest of this is pretty much cosmetic, but I can now just extend this whole line 1,000 blocks. It'll take a while, but it's pretty simple. Let's start with the base, then add the blue ice, then add the walls and the ceiling. The walls I may wait for, because just like the rest of the road that I built already, I'm going to want to decorate the walls so that it looks like something that will tell me this is the direction to new space where there are unrendered chunks where the wild update biomes will be. And I'm going to want to use blocks from the wild update in the walls to give me a clue as to where this is going. I don't have the blocks from the wild update yet because the wild update hasn't quite yet dropped. But I can do everything else but the walls. I imagine in the process of building this I'm going to find some ancient debris I missed in the first couple sweeps through. There's some more. I collected 3.5 shulker boxes of smooth stone, and it wasn't enough. I didn't manage to complete it, but it's working. It's at least functioning now. And I can pretty rapidly cover the distance. 1,000 blocks in just a few seconds, which is fantastic. I do need to collect some more smooth stone to finish this, and I will get working on that, but in addition to this whole Nether hub that I built in the Bedrock Edition world, I haven't done that yet in Java Edition world, and I need to do that too. There are some differences in how to build it, and there's also going to be some additional challenges when it comes to building a Nether hub like this in Java Edition down near the bottom of the world. So let me go over to the Java Edition world and get started on that. Alright, now over in my Java Edition world, I can talk about some of the differences with how this road is going to work. First of all, I've laid out two different designs. To the left of me, you see the design I used in Bedrock Edition for the road. And to the right of me is the design that you're going to see me use for Java Edition. In Java Edition, I can use every other block blue ice and just have gaps in between, and that will work fine. I tested it out in Bedrock Edition, and you just don't get up to speed that way if you have it like that, but it works fine in Java Edition. In addition, I have bottom half slabs right next to the blue ice. If I did that in Bedrock Edition, it would greatly slow down the boat. I can't have anything but open space to either side of the blue ice blocks, but in Java Edition, I can get away with doing that. I can have bottom half slabs there. And that saves me a few blocks. I need a few less blocks to do this. Also, you notice I don't have glass panes as rails. I don't need those in Java Edition. The boat will still stay centered well enough because I have these top half slabs 2 blocks over. And that's enough to keep the boat in place, and it will still move very speedily down this path. So that saves me a few blocks to do it that way. Also notice another difference with Java Edition. I'm pretty sure in Bedrock Edition the buttons always face the same way, but in Java Edition they can have different facing depending on how you place them. Another challenge I had in the Java Edition world was I dug out paths leading to all the different things, including a stranglehold. Little typo there. But anyway, they all lead generally the same direction, and that's convenient. And all I would have to do is blast this area out with TNT and then make the structure of the tunnel once I blast open the way. Except for one problem. In Bedrock Edition, I will find lava sources this low down in the Nether. I'll just find lava sources that are single blocks of lava, single lava sources. And, you know, just 1 or 2 here and there. But in Java Edition, I can run into a situation like this where there is a lava ocean around this spot and a ravine at the bottom of the ocean that leads down, way down. Where am I right now? I'm at Y12, and this lava ocean extends almost down to the bottom of the world. And building through this would be a pain in the butt. I considered a number of possibilities. I could have tried making a flying machine to erase all the lava sources, but the problem with that is it's so difficult to see in the lava. There could be blocks that would get in the way of the flying machine. That might not work out. I could drink potions of fire resistance and just fill in all the blocks in this gap to make the tunnel. That would work, but it would be time consuming and kind of a pain in the butt to do. So it makes this whole plan kind of difficult. And then I realized I'm overlooking something important about Java Edition, something that will make this super easy to make a Nether hub. And let me show you. Ta-da! Here, I can build the Nether road here, above the roof of the Nether. I showed in a previous video how to get up here, how to break a hole in the bedrock so that you can have a route up and down. And since I can build above the Nether roof in Java Edition, this is a perfect spot. I don't have to blast my way through anything. I don't have to deal with lava oceans. It's all clear, and everything right now is already spawn-proofed. So I just have to make sure that what I build is spawn-proofed, and I'm good. This will make things much easier. The only drawback is I won't be able to get any ancient debris. When I made that Nether hub with all those tunnels in Bedrock Edition World, I got a lot of ancient debris, a bunch of it. So I got, I think, 5 blocks of netherite in the Bedrock Edition world now. That's a lot. That's a stupid amount. Unless I'm actually trying to make a fully powered beacon with netherite blocks, and no, I'm not doing that. That would be stupid. I guess if I want more ancient debris in Java Edition, I'll just have to mine for that specifically. To make this Nether hub on the ceiling, it just makes sense in Java Edition. So that's what I'm going to do. Skipping the blasting part and the tunneling part, and not having to worry about mobs as I work, it should go a little quicker. Alright, you ready for the big reveal? Prepare to be underwhelmed. I haven't finished it yet. I'm working on it, but it is a big project. And it's amazing that I got it done in Bedrock Edition even. But this is what I've got done so far. The path to the stronghold is pretty much done. As you can see, that looks pretty good. But the other spots, the Blaze Farm, World Spawn, Mob Farm, those aren't all finished. And obviously the central hub isn't finished yet. And I haven't built the ice road out to 1,000 blocks to the north yet. Got to do that too. This path leads to the other locations. So this is World Spawn this direction. And then further down, I believe, is the Blaze Farm over this way. And you can't see it, but right down there is a ladder through the bedrock down to where the Blaze Farm is. Mob Farm is a little further down. Obviously very incomplete. This needs a lot more work, but this has been a huge project. It's gonna take me a while to finish it, and I realized that if I want to get this video out before the 1.19 update comes out, I better close it up here. I will continue to work on it. I expect to make more progress before the 1.19 update. Whether I'll finish it or not, I don't know. Obviously, I have to finish the walls of these roads, and I have to finish a room for the mob farm, a room for the central hub, and those torches lead out to where... Hang on. Those torches lead out to where the gold farm is, and I want to have some kind of path out to this as well. So there's still a lot more work to be done. It's going to take me a while to finish this. This may be the biggest project I've taken on. I figured I'd have time to get it done because I was thinking that the Wild Update was going to be coming out, oh, say maybe around the middle of June. I was thinking more like June 21st when summer actually starts instead of June 7th. And I just, there's no time to finish it yet. But I made some good progress, and I will continue to work on it. And I think you get the gist of how it works and how making this kind of thing in Java Edition has some significant difference from making it in Bedrock Edition. If you made it this far in the video, you probably like what you saw, so click on the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel, and next time I will be doing some exploration way far out to the north of my world in unrendered chunks, looking for some wild update stuff. Next time on Amon Chooses Minecraft, Java vs. Bedrock.